So in England, somewhere in England, every day for the last 50 days it's rained. It feels like that actually it's been in Bedford where I live, which is 50 miles north of London. We were living under a Tupperware box. I think I've seen the sun 5 times this year in 50 days. It's like we're going to stop building an ark, but we all know why. I don't even know why anyone does a weather forecast. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. I went to Sainsbury's a little while ago. I walked to Sainsbury's to get my food shopping, and all day there's been no rain. Well, there has. No rain in the forecast. They've probably changed it now. Let's have a look. What's it saying? Bedford, look. Cloudy. 4 degrees, cloudy. That's not in Fahrenheit. Anyone in America, we do it in degrees Celsius. Okay. Today, chances of precipitation, 0%. So why did I get rained on the way home from shopping? And why was it raining earlier on in the day? We know why. But so anyway, a lot of people go away this time of year because obviously vitamin D is hard to come by. If you shadow short, you can make it. So a friend of mine went on holiday for a bit to just Benidorm for a few days. And of course, your immune system sort of switches from winter mode into summer mode. So it's almost like it uses more vitamin D or califacao, or whatever it is. And when you come back to somewhere where sun is not as bright or as high in the sky, it's almost like your body reboots. It's weird. So a lot of people get colds when they come back. Well, they've got colds, and I've got this tooth that's cost me 175 quid to have it replaced about 3 years ago, actually, or filled in, because literally I have the base and then a metal old filling in the middle of it, and then they put plastic sort of like white stuff around it. So it's a third each of everything. Anyway, occasionally, whenever anyone gets sick, I get achy jaws, and I was wondering why. And a guy at work said, "Oh, I get that too." But I had chronic toothache ache this weekend, and usually like one paracetamol would kill it off. But no, I had to take about 3 or 4 paracetamols and ibuprofen. It's like, what's unheard of? Turns out, your glands, right? Now, I've got no tonsils because when I was younger, removing tonsils. Oh, you've got tonsillitis every 6 weeks. Let's remove your tonsils. And you've got a sticky ear. We put a grommet in your ear at the same time. It's a thing about if you've got problems with your ears and tonsils, they used to remove them years ago. I don't know. But my tonsils happen to be part of my fucking immune system. Okay, so when everyone gets sick and it comes into my mouth, it goes into my glands immediately here. Right? So this gland right now is up a little bit more to that gland. Right? That's where the tooth is. So what's happening is everyone gets sick, like proper sick. I don't, proper sick, and I get toothache because the inflammation. So to kind of rather than drain my lymph node system because it doesn't automatically drain. You drain it yourself. But that's what it is. If I had tonsils, I'd probably get a sore throat. Um, but it's clear that my immune system's functioning properly because it just stops it there. You know, so that's good in some sense. The other thing that's happening to me recently is I've become I've become like a doctor's surgery. People text me for health guidance. It's like constant. I had someone say today, "Oh, I've got this problem with they had some procedure and they found an endoscope, whatever. They found varicose veins or something that run up to the liver that can really intensely bleed. They can be quite dangerous." They panicked. They're like, "Oh, what can I do?" I was like, "Well, it's scar tissue and clots." I said, "So ask your doctor if you're on a blood thinner, then maybe you should not take anything else. But if you're not, maybe you should take at half an aspirin every other day or every day or something. I don't know." I said, if there's potential of clots in these veins and they could cause it to bleed. And also, where it is, it's to do with your liver. Now, this particular person was an alcoholic. And I'm like, well, maybe milk thistle might help. I said, but you need to check with your doctor with the whatever medication you're on. I said, but if your doctor's not going to do another endoscope for another 2 years, and I thought what he's found is not that worrying. But you panic, you worry. So people just come to me for advice. It's really strange. You know, it's funny because I've spent most of my life having people go, "Oh, you're just a fucking conspiracy theorist. You're just this. You're just that. You're just this." And now things have changed. I seem to be in my place. I'm mum, right? I'm mum. I am mum at work. It's like, what? Did I want children? No. I am me and some other person who's part time. There's only two women on my shift, and I'm admin. I'm in the office all the time. So they all come in. All the men come in my office for advice, for help with things. Can you help me fill in this? Can you fix this for me? You're technical. Can you do this? Oh, you got any idea on this? It's just constant. It's really strange, but I'm not used to people actually wanting my advice. But anyway, I watched something the other day on CERN. Back years ago, you'll probably see videos of me talking about CERN and black holes and weird stuff like that. But there's this person talking about how reality changed, the Mandela effect and all this. And I'm like, well, maybe maybe we all observe each other in a reality that we all are actually in. So like we flip from reality to reality. Maybe because it's infinity, isn't it? It's just so maybe today I'm on Earth 10, and the moment I have a thought that changes Earth 10's overall perception, I move to Earth 11, but I don't notice it because you know, minor things change from each reality. Because if every reality must exist now, there must be billions, trillions of different dimensions, not just 10 or 17 or 3, like people are coming out with these weird numbers. It's like, no, well, every thought that everyone's ever had must exist in a different. It's because it would make sense for it to all work like that, wouldn't it? That like we're in a forever loop. Computer programming, you start with a counter at the top and you do a calculation, you -1 from the counter, and you say if less than equal to 0, exit loop. If not, you go back to the counter and you go through. Well, maybe we're in a forever loop, and that forever loop guy, because if you look at the double slit theory bullshit, where if the observer's there, all of a sudden it's in a fixed point of place. But if the observer's not there, it could be anywhere or everywhere all at once. So as I think and create my reality, that puts me in whatever dimension that reality fits. Because every reality exists. Otherwise, surely you'd get like, you'd know, it'd flicker. You'd get some. Can you imagine a computer game? Like, think about these Oculus when you're in an Oculus game. Like you're walking and it's mapping what's in front of you as you're walking, and you see it flick and come up, don't you? You can see the program building as you walk towards it. Well, there's got to be some. If this is some kind of simulation that you can jump between, you would think that that would happen constantly. So it's a constant loop of change. Like, so I might have been in reality 1 now. When I started this video, I might be in reality 15 now because I've thought of something different. I've said something different to what reality 1 person of me was going to say. But I wouldn't knowingly know, would I? It's like a time loop. Everyone's saying time's sped up, and my perception of time, I would have thought, as I've got older, you would think that it's sped up because you're used to it. So, but then you could argue a toss that it could slow down if you get used to it. I don't. I'm convinced that you flip from one reality to another constantly. Because like as you stream along, I've thought of that, so I'll go to there. To thought of that, I'll go to there. It's almost like a constant stream of moving along and moving into different dimensions as you do that. Hmm. I just thought that the other day when I was stoned. I was like, "Oh, that's a bit strange. Why have I all of a sudden? I've always thought that infinity go round. It's a constant. So like the Groundhog Day. you know, because you go round, we're spinning round, everything's round, even electrons round with spinny things that go round. It's just everything goes round, doesn't it? No, maybe I'm talking complete shit, but I just thought I'd throw that out there because you know, I need to vlog a bit more, but I'm not too sure what I need to vlog about. Peace, love, and light. Stop! Why have you not